Hey, what's going on, guys? And today we are going to be doing part 2 of my dreams, I guess. This is a whole nother dream that I had on a separate day. I'm actually recording this after part 1. Hopefully that video does good. Otherwise, I'm recording this for no reason. But yeah, let's go ahead and get straight into this one. I'm working in like this strange warehouse area, right? There's like a fence here. I'm high up, elevated in a place. There's like stairs going off somewhere, and there's a long hallway way down. So I'm kind of working in this area, in this like little back room. I'm bringing stuff out because I guess we're moving the warehouse or whatever. So I'm bringing stuff out and just setting it along this fence. And as I'm working, like this guy walks up, and I think he's like the big guy who owns the place or whatever, but he's like real menacing and he's kind of a douchebag. I go back into the room, start grabbing stuff, and as I go to walk back out, he closes like this little gate in the doorway, and he just kind of sits down in this chair and just looks at me. Just kind of look at him. I'm like, can I continue? What would you like me to do? I'm trying to, get this done. And he just kind of sits there and stares at me. Now, for whatever reason, I see like this little circle response time thing up above his head. And it just kind of drains and goes down, and there's no response, so it goes away. So I just keep asking him questions, just kind of like, what's going on? Am I doing something wrong? Would you like me to do something? And he's just sitting there, and I'm like, okay, if there's anything you need, let me know. And I just walk off. Then I'm outside in the parking lot. I'm walking out, getting ready to go home, and he comes running out of the building and starts accusing me of doing something and doing this and doing that. And I'm like, what is going on? So I'm like walking a little faster, just looking for my car so I can leave. And like people are leaving too, so the parking lot slowly empties and there's only a few cars left. And I'm looking around, I'm like, where the hell is my car? Then he starts laughing and he goes, you're not gonna find your car. And I'm like, what's that supposed to mean? It's I can't remember that part. He's like, it's already in pieces or something. Then people run off to go find parts of my car, and they come back with like just a door in my hatch. And I'm like, where is my car? So I'm like running down the aisles of the parking lot, and it transitions into a classroom. So now I'm running down the aisles of a classroom while he's like chasing after me and accusing me of stuff. Out of nowhere, like I assume his GF or something runs up behind him too. They're both coming at me. And I'm looking at her shirt, and she has like this little ice cream thing on her shirt. I guess, what do you call it? Embroidered? Like the ice cream part and the cones down here, that's on the shirt. But like there's this special little fabric on top that's been knitted to the shirt. And it starts like falling off, peeling off. And I'm like, stay there. And she gets all wide-eyed and looks at me, and she goes, I really hope you're not talking to me. And I was, oh, no, I'm talking about, like, look at, she goes, oh, okay, yeah, because if you were talking about me, we were going to have some problems. And I'm like, So as we're making our way back to the beginning, I start looking around, and it's like a class full of kids around my age and some people I know. And then I look back, and I see one of my exes, and I like see a picture of her on a desk, but she's also back over there sitting at a desk, and she's got like this real big, thick green jacket on. The guy that was chasing me, he starts accusing me. He's like, you deserve this. And I go like, no, I deserve her, and point towards her, right? Then he lunges at me, and I'm like standing next to her, right? So I like step out of the way, and as he's lunging, his hands go straight into her chest. And now all of a sudden there's a teacher at the front of the room, and she's like yelling at him, get the f out. And the whole class is like yelling at him, get out. And so he leaves. And then I go over and sit in this desk. There's a desk on the side of the room. This is where it kind of gets a little fuzzy. We're sitting there, I'm sitting with a bunch of people, we're all talking, and we start talking about how he attacked me while I was in that storage room, and he like closed the door, turned into like this freezer room, and he put it real cold, and I like started to freeze in there, and I couldn't move, and my battery started to die. So apparently I was a freaking robot. One second. And then out of nowhere, this classmate yells, yeah, that's why I was watching Iron Man 30 seconds ago, and like cuts herself off. And then another dude goes, finally, they should have done this. He shouldn't have died. And he was like referring to it as like Iron Man should have been more robotic, and he should have been revivable because now he's dead in the MCU. And then I kind of don't remember it from there. I just kind of wake up. As I wake up, I'm awake. Yeah, that kind of would have made sense. That would have been nice to, bring them back again. But once again, after I wrote it down and came back to look at it, and I'm like reading through it, and I'm like, how does that make any sense? What am I talking about? So like there's this kind of dead space between when I'm asleep and when I'm waking up. Yeah, that made sense. And I'm just kind of getting up and getting ready for everything, getting ready for the day. And I come back and I'm like actually awake and I'm like, what the f was I, like, what is going on here? So that's story 2. I hope you guys actually like these because I kind of want to continue this. It gives me something to do, gives me something to talk about, and I think it's entertaining as f. I'm laughing the whole time, so hopefully you guys are laughing too and just kind of like weirded out. I hope you guys can kind of explain what's going on because I have no idea. But yeah, I guess that's part 2. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video.